Yo, what is good, my Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family? We're back once more with another daily Casper and crypto live stream. And, well, as you can see from the current market, blood is once more back in the water. Although, the reason for today's negative price action across the market seemingly is due to one man, due to our soon-to-be President of the United States, Donald Trump, earlier today launching his very own Solana meme coin. We're going to get into that, the main topic of today's stream. Of course, we've got some Casper news, of course. Make no mistake about that. We've got some very big updates for that. But as it stands right now, Trump recently relaunched his own meme coin, and that, to my belief, not financial advice, is the sole reason why a lot of the crypto projects right now in the market are correcting. Because Trump, of course, his pro-crypto stunt, everything he's talking about crypto, which I am quite optimistic about, he's got a lot of influence in the market. Same with what Elon Musk does. If he tweets about something, that coin does very, very well. Hence why Dogecoin's so up right now. Trump has now launched his own meme token, and that has done incredible things in such a short span of time. And of course, people are just constantly chasing candles. So they're cycling out of their bags to try and make profit on this meme. Of course, we'll have to wait and see where it goes from here. It may collapse. It may do very, very well. It's very oddball, if you ask me. We'll talk about it in the stream amongst everything else. Crypto regulations are very, very close. But as always, if you enjoy this stream, be doing these streams daily, leave a like, share your friends, and subscribe for more. What's up, Casper Frog? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Hope you're doing very, very good. Seen on Twitter that Trump will also be launching a US dollar coin on the 24th of this month. Let's see if that's true. Well, I have not actually seen that myself. If he does, fair enough. I personally would hope he didn't. I don't think he needs to. But again, he will do as he wants to do. There's always going to be some negative sentiment behind these sort of developments. Some conspiracies that will come out of it as well. People probably now already saying Trump's trying to capitalize and make money off this market. Again, I'm not going to get into the whole conspiracy political type of thing here. Ultimately, I think as much as this is causing negative price action on the rest of the crypto project, I did mention to the executives who are part of the What page here, I made a post about it, talking about ultimately I do think it is pretty good news. You know, right now it's not doing great for the markets, but I do fundamentally believe it is actually quite a big deal and quite a good thing for the market and the trajectory. Going to basically incentivize more belief in the community that we're going to see more crypto adoption in retail as well. Of course, if you want to know exactly what I said, you can go, by all means, go check it out. Link in the description, chat also on my homepage. 7-day free trial period going on right now where you can just go and check it out, see the community, see what you like for free. If you like what you see, then come sign up. We are doing very well right there, over there right now, seeing a lot of very positive wins, very big wins as well. And there's a lot more coming to the space. And now that Trump is obviously putting his foot down and seemingly very bullish on crypto, that could cause more opportunities in the space as well. Yeah, I'm not sure where it's been seen, but if that's the case, then we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Devious Me, welcome back, my man. Hello, Casper fam. Would you rather buy Casper or Bitcoin at its current prices? For me, Casper. For me, it's not even a question. Casper right now at 14 cents. Currently down almost 10%. That's almost a crash. Remember, 10% or more means it's crashed on the daily. Almost down 10%. Casper right now with Bitcoin seeing a little bit of negative price action, but right now it's kind of holding quite strong because again, Trump seemingly has got a very bullish stance on Bitcoin, but crypto, but Bitcoin. Right now, of course, if we look at the markets, we can see that, of course, Bitcoin's holding relatively strong. Solana, understandably, is rallying. Right now, the hourly is not doing well. In 24 hours, up 15% because all the money is being shifted from other projects into the Solana platform because of Trump and his meme token. Understandably so. Solana volume right now is up to 21.7 billion, which is quite insane. You know, that is very, very high. And of course, we might see it continue to rally, but it depends. It really does depend. But for me, Casper, I think still is just a better pick. In terms of ROI, return of investment in the cycle, I think Casper's got a higher ROI. Just simply from the very base layer, the question you've got to ask yourself is, can Casper 2x from here, being worth 28 cents? For me, that's, again, not financial advice. For me, that's basically a given. Where Bitcoin, can it 2x from here to 200k? A lot harder, a hell of a lot harder. Not impossible, but for me, it's very unlikely. But yeah, it could be fake. It's interesting to see. Have to wait and see. Buffalo Theory, welcome back to my man. Who's doing very, very well. Crypto Gosu, my man, welcome back once more. It'll dump when he sells. Potentially. We'll talk about it in just a second. It's a good potential we might sell. We'll have to wait and see. What's up, Magnus? Welcome back to my man, Chris W. What's up, Quick? Have you invested in Trump coin? No. Again, that's something that I did disclose to the members in the executive page when I made the post earlier this morning. I stated, the coin's out. It may do this, it may do that. I've not got into it. I don't plan to get into it. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, though, if you were to go onto Deck Screener, which is obviously where it's launched, and you just go and look at the website it is, of course, this is right here, official Trump. You can see right now all the top tokens, pretty much all derivatives of Trump's coin, which is to be expected. So in the high risk, high reward play, if you were to do so, you could either just get into the quote-unquote safe pick. Again, not financial advice. I don't think it's safe anyway, because it's just the tokenomics in itself is enough to steer me away from it. But derivatives also can be a way to quick flip profit. There was a period of time which I was looking towards where I'm sure many of you may remember when Peanut and Act both was listed on Binance Exchange. And when this happened, when Peanut and Act got listed on Binance Exchange, you saw Act, by typing that, will it come up? Act 2? Yeah, Act 2, the Peanut Prophecy. You saw this launched very, very soon afterwards. Right now, of course, it's collapsed, but when it happened, I saw it on the day it launched, well back. And that made a significant, that made a very crazy pump on the daily. Look at that. That's the benefit one can make with derivatives if you catch them, but of course, they're a lot higher risk to reward because, they're basically pump and dumps. Derivatives never tend to do as well as the original. It's a very rare case. Anyways, with that being said, we'll get into some more. I'll answer some more questions in just a moment. And yes, thank you once again, Mr. Miles, for telling me to switch to the live chat. I keep forgetting. I'll make sure I'll be in my reflexes, my go-to every single time very soon. But anyway, let's get into the news. First, we'll cover Kaspa, of course. Kaspa is a channel, mainly the Kaspa channel here, of course. But we'll be talking about the Trump and everything else regarding crypto and how it also could help Kaspa in the future as well, of course. So here we got Christian Ludwig, first bit of news. All done in less than 3 hours. The Kaspa community has never ceased to amaze me. My match is to complete the raise. So we can see here, not that long ago, in fact yesterday even, Chad here announced that they are replenishing the CMF, the Community Market Fund that helps in regards to ambassadors and events and merchant support, community development, social media management, business development support, and so much more. Ultimately, it's a way to endorse Kaspa and give it more opportunities and get its name out there more. The CMF is a very, very big deal, and in a very short span of time, in just over 24 hours, the CMF has reached its goal of 100,000 Kaspa. That is purely from donations. So once more, that showcases the community's belief in this project to try and help it get its name out there, which is a very, very big deal. Once more, Kaspa is showcasing itself as a titan and a very, very strong cult-like community. And if you were to take it from a meme token perspective, of course it's not a meme token, but what is inherently important for any project, but in particular if you want to try and get into memes, is finding a narrative, a current meta, or finding a token that has a very strong community, but not just a community, a cult behind it. People who will not let that thing die no matter what. For example, in regards to memes, you've got stuff like PopCat being one of the biggest cat tokens to my knowledge. There's quite a strong cult-like community behind PopCat, and also SPX 6900. That those two have a very, very strong community behind it. Therefore, despite the corrections you're seeing for the most part during this lull period for most of the memes, especially those long-standing ones, they aren't collapsing because they've got a cult behind it. But Kaspa obviously has a very similar case, of course, it also being a layer 1, meaning it's got actual utility behind it, which makes it stronger. And the community, of course, already matching the goal of 100,000 Kaspa in 24 hours, just over that, is a very big deal. And I'm very optimistic what's going to come to Kaspa very, very soon. We can look right now. KRC20 for the most part, it's still in a bit of a lull phase. Nothing's really taken off because Kaspa's not taken off just yet. Natural has risen back up to $30 million market cap, which is not bad to see. Volume still a little lackluster. Highest volume still with Kango right now at 15 million market cap. I think these have still got potential to do a lot better from here. There was a bit of talk in my community earlier about people saying it's not good to get into KRC20 memes, and again, That's your own decision, trade at your own discretion. I think memes has a much bigger risk than any of these layer 1 infrastructure projects. Of course, I think they have a higher risk, but should you manage your portfolio appropriately and also understand what catalysts can cause tokens to rise, then I think it could be worthwhile diversifying. I have diversified into certain memes, again, stuff I talk about with the community, the executives, and we have seen a lot of profit so far, more profit than we've seen losses. I'll be getting to these memes very, very soon, because I do deem some of these memes, in particular Nacho, Kango, Kaspa Ghost, so on and so forth, I think they still have potential to rise higher from here, with the inevitable Kaspa catalyst coming through in the next couple of months and throughout this cycle. And in regard to wallets here as well, we can see a still similar number of wallets, 580,000, despite just seeing green right now. We're still seeing it hold strong and around this level here. We see right now, if you look at the addresses again, we're seeing inflows from the likes of Gate almost back to Aquaman status again, Mexi going up, this Mexi wallet dropping down once more. Ultimately right now, Kaspa's still holding relatively strong in regard to adoption, as you can also see from the hash rate here, 1.4 EH still holding strong, which is good to see. It's just a case of right now the price is correcting because everything that right now is shifting into Trump. And Chris Kang also mentions here, the Kaspa co-founder. He has been AFK on Twitter for quite a while now, but he's been keeping up with the development on Kaspa, and he's been researching into the ZK proofs and base rollups these past weeks. He's been researching into smart contracts for Kaspa, which is a very big deal. Again, Chris Kang's what I mentioned in a thread about how ZK on Kaspa is the end game, allowing effectively, without directly saying it, because of Kaspa and what it's building with Crescendo and what it is as a proof of work fair launch layer 1 and how quick it is, it will be able to in the future become the infrastructure blockchain for the entire L1 space, for the entire crypto space, and it will therefore be able to transact millions of dollars a month in revenue. That is a very, very big deal. So, you know, he said here a year ago we began the development of Kasplex, and now it has grown into a strong community. This year, 2025, I will bring more exciting and interesting things. We're doing exactly what you want. They're making sure to listen to what we are saying, doing what we want. And of course, we should remember that only 2 days ago, we did see the addition of the growth of KEF/Kasplex with the new partnerships of DWF Labs. And of course, there's one more in negotiations right now, which is very, very good to see. And of course, we did mention apparently they're talking to American exchanges, amongst other things as well, which of course is a very, very big deal. As I could also lead to more Kaspa lessons coming very, very soon, which is cool, very, very big. If you want to see this sort of post, I've got information about that in my free community. Again, go check it out, link in the description, chat off my homepage. And equally, on occasion, I tend to retweet the stuff on my Twitter as well. You can also go check that. It's at Quick Crypto with a 1 and a 0. I'll also link that in the chat as well for you all. But anyways, the kind of title of the headline, what the hell is Donald Trump doing to crypto? Here it is on Debt Screener right now. Dollar Trump, USDC. So it's a circle pair. Official Trump right here. This is Donald Trump's meme, and we can see that also posted right here. Donald Trump posted my new official meme. This is at Donald Trump official page right here, so it is actually him. My official Trump meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for, winning. Join my very special Trump community. Get your Trump now. Go on and so forth. And here we got through the really saying Trump just showed the world he can invent crypto from thin air and turn it into a top 10 in 6 hours. All your models are destroyed. And yeah, it's how this game works, man. It sucks to an extent. It really, really does. How you have projects that have great fundamentals, from Kaspa to Bitcoin to arguably XRP. You name what your favorite projects are. People like Velo, people like, you know, the AI infrastructure projects as well. Name your pick. But of course, fundamentally speaking as well, this space for the most part is still very much dominated by influence, and Trump right now has a hell of a lot of influence. He can launch a project and in the span of a few hours can go from worth nothing to worth $70 or $7 billion market cap, which is insane. It's absolutely nuts, to be honest. Of course, right now it's down to 4.82. Will it come down further? Will it collapse? We're welcome to speculate. Personally, I think it may go higher from here. That's not me telling you to get into it. I'm not going to get into it, full disclosure. But as we go into it here, talking about a little bit more. You know what's sad? Kaspa went from 0 to 5 billion market cap in 24 months, and Trump did it in just 24 hours. The fact that Trump's token has already flipped Kaspa is actually mind-boggling. And it's frustrating again, of course it is. Of course, it's frustrating. Kaspa has been building and building for years, for 2 years, 3 years, longer than that. And the actual infrastructure behind the project, Ghost DAG, the Spectre protocol, the Phantom protocol, all this sort of stuff. It's 10, almost 12 years in development. It's been crazy how long I've been researching this stuff. And Trump can come out and release a meme, and in the span of one day, it can surpass the market cap of Kaspa. That's why institutional adoption and VC backing, whatever you name it, is so important for a project. Of course, the longevity does also matter as well. Now, for me, Kaspa, again, still a clear-cut winner. I still have not lost my conviction in Kaspa by any means, but this is also just, again, a testament to you all to how, this is why I have looked and also diversified my portfolio into projects like Sui, into projects like XRP, because while they aren't decentralized and therefore they're not as safe, Trump's meme, by all means, is not necessarily safe. Just because he mentioned it doesn't mean it's safe. And I will show why in a minute why it's not safe. Or again, trading on discretion. But with the massive influence and celebrity and VC backing, it can inherently help a project to rise higher and higher. XRP has got a lot of institutional adoption. That's why I still stuck into XRP. That's why when XRP is starting to rally and has rallied up to $3, almost $3.50. I've taken profits here and there, but I'm still holding it because I understand the VC backing has helped the project rise higher and higher. I don't trust the project, but sometimes you've got to play on the community and the emotions of everybody else. That's part of being logical and not emotional. Same thing with Sui. Right now it's at $5. That's insane. I found this project early. My mates told me about it. I didn't really get into it. I got into it late at $1.80, but of course right now I'm still up almost 3x from that. And I continue to hold it. I've taken some profits again to put it into the pics and memes that I'll talk about in my community. Ignore that one. I'll talk about here. And I made a lot more profit from that as well. But I'm still holding Sui because, again, the VC backing has helped quite a lot in regarding to get the project going higher and higher in value. So I'm not trusting Sui, but I'm playing off the adoption it has with VC, venture capitals, with institutional adoption, whatever it may be. But of course, it's frustrating Kaspa's taking so long. But at the end of the day, these institutional adoption, it is coming for Kaspa. Slowly but surely, it is coming. DWF, proof of that. Starting coming very, very soon. KRI will come in full force with smart contracts. You've got Zodia, who have partnerships like Marathon Digital Holdings, like 21 Shares. Kathy was ARK 21 Shares. Two massive institutions that also launch ETFs, because Marathon Digital Holdings is related to BlackRock and Vanguard and Jane Street and them lot. So Kaspa, while lacking institutional adoption, as I also did cover, and I did post about in my community once more, my free Discord server, this post here, this post from Kas Media does highlight that there is institutional adoption. There is some of that coming to Kaspa now, and we're seeing proof of it. And that will inherently help its price go forward in the future and stabilize its price. So yes, Trump made it a meme coin. Some people are very, very happy about it, or at least joking about it. Here, Johnny, the man who announced the massive amount of institutional partnerships and negotiations conducting right now of the KEF. Johnny here, he is the vice chair, VC of the KEF. Someone to be trusted. He's followed by a lot of big people in the Kaspa community. Again, the simple way for me to put it is you want to know if an account who's talking about Kaspa is trustworthy. Look at who is following them, as I mentioned. So here, you can see Son Polinsky himself is following Johnny. That in itself is already a big green light. Oyson Lee, part of the KEF, is following him. Wolfie's following him. Of course, many of the influencers like myself, Kaspa enthusiasts and that, and them following him as well. They're important, but the main ones, again, looking towards KEF is following him. KRI is following him. So this Johnny, again, for me, to be trusted. He's got a lot of people following. He's put fight, 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 and according to Trump's joking fight, 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 I've got to fight for things. But then here's getting to the part where Trump could potentially be very, very risky, and why I'm not getting into it. Part of the reason why. Also because I'm late on it to an extent, but again, I don't think I'll get into it in the first place. Trump, somebody owns 80% of the supply. 80%, which has been ridiculous, absolutely nuts, absolutely insane. Terrible. It's actually, straight up, well, by the way, it is terrible that somebody owns that much of the supply. Only 10% of the supply is available for retail to buy, and 10% was used for liquidity. 80% went to insiders who got the pre-allocation. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Those who may understand a little bit more about trading, especially the more dedicated traders who use something like BullX, Bullets, they have a very nice feature that lets you see the top 10 portfolio allocation, which is something that I have briefly touched about with memes. Anything above 15% for the top 10, so top 10 addresses all combined, anything above 15% is deemed as a bit risky, a bit too high. Anything above 25 to 30% is deemed as, yeah, you should not get anywhere near that personally, because again, that means those top 10 addresses, if they're all talking to each other, which is, sometimes it could be 10 wallets but one person, if they're all talking to each other, they could take it out, 30% of the whole supply is gone, and you're left, being rugged. That's 80%. 80%, and that's just in one wallet, not even the top 10, that's just one wallet. That is really, really risky. So that means someone can very, very well just take out the majority of the supply, if they even could, and, everyone gets rugged. So again, could Trump go high? Yes, potentially. I would not be surprised to see it go higher from him. Maybe 10 bill, maybe higher. I don't know. I'm not particularly paying a lot of attention to this one. The sort of pick I'm going to be talking about a lot. I'm talking about in this stream because, again, it's important to understand what's happening right now and why this is affecting the rest of the market. Because this now means we're seeing so many people who are chasing candles, seeing Trump launch his own meme and therefore jumping on the bandwagon and sending their bags to try and make a profit from the meme. Not understanding that, there's just a level of risk to it. 80% tokenomics is terrible. Kaspa right now, top 10 is 17, so that does put it in an area of risk, arguably, but at the same time, anything above 30 is deemed very, very risky. That's why people don't like XRP, because XRP is like 60+% has been allocated to people, very few amounts of that actually for the community, but yes, that's quite a common thing in crypto in general, truth be told. But either way, Kaspa, as it stands, is also not a meme. It has intrinsic value behind it. It has utility behind it, which therefore gives it a level of safety behind it. Memes have nothing for it. Memes have nothing for it. Memes are simply just incentive and hype and FOMO. It's also, if I'm perfectly honest, in my belief, a little bit of a middle finger to all the banks and the governments who have been just doing what they do with our money and just causing problems for us. And of course, all the other projects in this space that do have VC backing, that of course they've pre-allocated and I felt unfair. So the memes, I think, are deemed as a middle finger to the rest of the space. Or the number 30 already ridiculous. But yeah, the memes are a middle finger to the other projects that have, taken advantage of the crypto space and other communities. So I do see, to an extent, an intrinsic value with memes. That's why I do talk about them on occasion. I'm not, to the same extent as other content creators talk about it, but I do see a value with them. But for me, again, the profits I make from memes, I understand the risk with them. I put a very small allocation of my bag into them. The profit I make from that, I circle back into my longer term holders that I have conviction in. And for me, Kaspa is still that. This correction, potential crash for Kaspa is just temporary. It's just noise. It really is. And I'll show you why in a moment, but it really is just noise. It's frustrating, of course, what Trump has just done. But at the same time, as frustrating as it is on the daily and potentially on the next couple of days and leading up to his inauguration in just 2 days' time, which is very big, I fundamentally believe that actually it's more of a positive outlook because it actually solidifies the crypto mindset that he is now very, very into. He launched his own meme, so he definitely is very involved in crypto. But yeah, Kas Kaspa posted here, what a time to be alive, a future president launching a meme coin, 80% held by one address. It's not even top 10 addresses, which is normally the thing you look for, is the one address. That's ridiculous. 10% for liquidity, 80% for the public. This is just sad. And yeah, rather focus on Kaspa and Bitcoin only. Again, what you look into is your own derivative, your own decision. I look at multiple projects in this space. Predominantly, it is mainly Kaspa. It's my biggest bag by a mile for obvious reasons we all should understand for what's coming to the space with Kaspa. But yeah, I do sometimes have a love-hate relationship with the space as well, because this is the sort of stuff that does make you question, like, not what's the point, but like, it's just ridiculous, You're doing your utmost to research more and more every day, looking into real good sound projects, and then you can have just Trump or some big name individual just launch a meme and it just goes parabolic, and there people are making millions off that alone. Don't make, although I will be honest, if you're scrolling through your Twitter, whatever it is, and you've got, your accounts kind of set and your algorithm set to memes, I can guarantee you now you'll see a lot of people be posting about, oh, I made this X with Trump. I found out about Trump early. 90% of them are lying. I'll be so for real, they're lying. Some of them might have took profit in it, definitely, but chances are very, very small, especially again considering that 80% is owned by one wallet. So they wouldn't be that much available for people to get in early anyways. But yeah, some people are saying, I hope Trump token goes to zero and everyone who bought it loses everything. I don't. If you go onto Trump early enough and you make profit from it, congratulations. Ultimately, despite the sentiment it has and obviously the frustration one can feel, considering it can do that, and Kaspa's, been doing what he's been doing for 2 years and he's not done the same thing, I have no ill feeling towards anybody who gets into whatever project it is. If you're someone like that 13-year-old kid who launched his own meme on Pump Fund and stole and logged 30k from people, yeah, I feel a certain type of way about that because that's very shameless, it's very wrong. But at the same time, with respect, what are you doing looking into a 13-year-old making a meme, thinking it's going to do something? There's an element of risk to reward and an element of, own due diligence you've got to do in this space. And frustrating seeing this, but at the end of the day, if you go into Trump early and you want to hold it, I think you do very, very well. I wish you good luck. Because maybe it does well from here, and that could be a good bag for you. But for me, where I do see that as a potential opportunity, and unfortunately, because of the launch of Trump as well, has caused a lot of projects, as I've already showcased, to collapse, whether it be through the space in general, whether it be through other Solana memes, stuff like that as well, has caused a bit of a correction. But I think, again, it's just temporary. We'll see a reversal, and we'll see all the money flow back into the projects in due time. And this, Trump launching a meme, I think actually also increases the retail adoption side of things as well. Because memes are inherently meant for retail anyway, so that could be a big deal for the retail community. And here's from John E. Deaton, who is an XRP advocate. Basically, he was a lawyer that stood up for 75,000 people in the XRP lawsuit and won it. So that's someone I do trust. He tried to run as a senator for Massachusetts and lost to Elizabeth Warren, unfortunately, which I don't know how he lost that, to be honest. She is as bad as Gary Gensler, truth be told. But he put it down here: my unsolicited advice to Trump and his advisors is come out and declare after expenses, salaries and costs, all of the profits will go to help American citizens who are victims of natural disasters like wildfires and hurricanes. It does three things. It validates the good this technology can accomplish, puts America and Americans first, and helps cement Trump's legacy as the American president. If he does this, this would be a very smart play, a very big play, and very positive for the community, and also bring crypto to another level of Valhalla status, if you will. If he's just doing it for a quick bag, as shameless as that is, then, it's going to do a massive negative effect in the community, I believe. It'll probably cause a massive reversal, and then you'll see all the Trump hate come back again. But on paper, Trump's net worth has more than doubled, which must be satisfying, but it's not like he can realize all those gains. This is literally an opportunity for the American president we haven't seen before. So hopefully, while people have a negative viewpoint on it, which I understand, hopefully he does do something similar to this. Because if he does, that will actually help crypto rise a hell of a lot higher this cycle than we could predict. If Trump can make a meme, put all profits towards the American people, ultimately bringing more adoption and, demand to the crypto sector as a whole, that'll bring more money in, and that'll inherently just help fill the bags and increase the wealth of America as well, become a crypto capital. So this could be a very smart play should he do this. But again, we have to wait and see what he will do right now. And unsurprisingly, truth be told as well, we're hearing rumours that Coinbase and Binance are now planning to list Trump today. I would not be surprised, truth be told. Would not be surprised at all. I think Crypto.com has already listed Trump. It's getting a lot of listings very, very quickly. It literally launched this morning, at least where I'm at, 2 a.m. where I'm at. So that's about 18 hours ago, 19 hours ago. I can see it definitely getting more listings very, very soon. And we'll see where it goes to the space as the space develops more and more. But I think that the potential this can bring, while right now negative, I think it can bring more positivity to the space all in all. And that will inherently also bring more opportunities to us, or it will hopefully allow projects like Kaspa to rally up higher again. I think Kaspa, and again, why I'm also not too worried about this correction for Kaspa, if I'm perfectly honest, is let's look what happened in November. We saw the FOMC meeting happen down here. We saw a rally, correction, and we saw a 40-50% move, and then we saw it correct back down to 12-13 cents. Before then, you saw the Kraken listing, you saw it rally up again. Point being is, this section here is almost identical to this section here. So you can make a deduction by that logic if you're looking at trends and patterns and whatnot. You can make a deduction that always, I mean, again, the only reason to my belief why Kaspa's correcting is because of Trump. And why crypto, not Kaspa, why crypto's correcting is because of Trump. Because all the money flooded into Solana right now. But once the hype's died down, which it will, you'll see the money start cycling back into the projects again. And Kaspa will see more inflows coming back in, especially because there's still so much FOMO around Kaspa right now. DWF just announced their partnership, and you're seeing negotiations happening right now, according to Johnny. You've seen Binance FOMO going parabolic more and more. Again, some of it's getting a little bit hopium, I think. You're seeing people literally just showcasing pictures and just making a K out of it. Some of it I do believe is very valid FOMO and a lot of leaks. Some of it is just pure attention seeking, which again, I do find it comedic and quite funny seeing those posts. But again, we're seeing so many more developments coming up very, very soon. 10 BPS again is on the horizon. They did make an announcement about it recently, how they're basically shifting the way they're going to do 10 BPS up hard fork. I still imagine it's going to be on track, but instead of it being a straight 1 to 10 BPS hard fork flip the switch, it's going to be an incremental increase. So it'll be going 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 to 7, so on and so forth. Again, I'm not and this is still just speculative. It's their theory. They haven't actually finalized the idea about it just yet. But we'll have to see what happens with that very, very soon. But thankfully, because Michael Sutton has already completed the L1 to L2 canonical bridge research, the hard research behind the smart contract part, he's now said, they're going to be hard focusing on Crescendo now. So we could potentially see an acceleration of adoption and development of Crescendo, which would be hopefully something that will help Kaspa rally more so, and also see, therefore, Binance lift very soon, as the volume will likely rally as well right now. Volume right now, 132 million, because people are now taking out for the most part. Again, we are seeing it still high with LBank number 1 right now, Gates following soon after the MXE. Bybit is not too far behind, truth be told, right now at 9, almost 10%. Bybit gets low, Kraken's low as per usual. Of course, the higher it is with Bybit, the better it is for Kaspa and potential tier 1 listings to follow in due time. But yeah, there's a lot more to cover in the space, and while this does seem negative for the space, I'll explain exactly why I think it is positive as well. But let me get to the questions real quick. So I need to go and find where I was at. Mr. Marsman, welcome back to the stream. Reporting for duty. Welcome, my man. Trying to find the questions. He's giving back to those who voted for him. I hope you. If this is true, as John Deason stated here, and he does plan to do this, then I would be very, very bullish on it. But right now, there's no confirmation as such. He just launched a meme, and that's all he stated. Have fun. Go get your Trump, and have fun. He's not stated his intentions with it. That's the problem. If he stated his open intentions for it, and stuck to it, fantastic. But right now, he just said, I made a meme to celebrate that we won. Have fun. And the fact that one wallet has 80% tokenomics is of the supply is just a bit. It's just a bit worrying. It can be a bit worrying, right? But I do hope he does give back. That would alleviate all the potential FUD around this. Of course, there's a lot of FOMO around it because it is Trump, and again, it's we could see it correct and dump. We may see it continue to rally. We'll have to wait and see. Give us the hopium straight up this time, pure and uncut. Straight into our veins. But there you go then. The hopium is, despite this launch causing a lot of correction in the crypto space, I still think it will inherently do better for the space because of it solidifying Trump as very, very pro and into crypto. Memes are a joke, I do agree, but again, there's a certain knack to understanding how to play on the memes, and that's what we do talk about quite a lot, or we could be talking about more so in the executive channel right here, where we made an executive page. We've currently got a 7-day free trial period. Those who want to check it out, see what you feel about it. Where we'll be talking about, a lot of the information that I provide in these streams, for the most part, will always get told to the community first, and then some of it will be just to them. Some of it I'll go to the free community as well. So you get also first-hand information, also potential exclusive information to you guys as well. But equally also talk about trading memes right now. We have made multiple profits from memes already. This is one we got into around 30 mil and it peaked at 187. And even though we're seeing a correction right now, I still have optimism this will still rise higher in the cycle. MLG, truth be told. We've got this one, Trust in Web3. We spoke about back on the 5th of January. That also saw over a 6x in profit. This is Build, another one we saw a 5x in profit here. And equally this one as well. Apple, we spoke about ages ago, and that one also saw quite a decent gain of around 5.5x as well. We have a very, very strong PNL in the community right now. And yes, while memes are stupid and they are literally a joke, should you do enough due diligence and you understand, how the sector works, there is profit to be made. And hopefully, thankfully we've had such a good PNL with the memes in our community and the executives so far. We've made quite a good amount of profit. We've been able to profit more from, even though when we had the losses, especially after Trump launched his memes, a lot of the open picks we had did falling down as a result of it, but it hasn't caused too much problems because we have so much profit anyways. And the profit that we have made, I've been able to cycle into filling up my Kappa bag more and more anyways. So again, if you want to learn more, the link's in the description, the chat, also on my homepage. It's currently a 7-day free trial period, and in due time we'll be end up increasing the price. Currently it's around $49.99. If you get in now, you'll be grandfathered in at this value for the rest of time, so you won't have to go up when the price does increase as well. But 7-day free trial, go check it out. And if you just want to have a community where we can learn more in general, just have kind of a more chill environment, I guess, then come to the free Discord server, again, link in the chat description, also on my homepage as well. Trump launching a meme isn't him giving back to anyone. Again, maybe, it depends. Right now, there's no indication he is going to. That's part of the FUD. But the reason why I think ultimately it is good news is once more back on the fact that it shows he's more bullish on crypto. So Paul Bam mentions in this video, which is, I'm not going to play it out, but it is interesting and again worth highlighting, that he believes that all the crypto lawsuits that are currently ongoing with the SEC will be dropped in the first month with Trump's new SEC. And the fun fact is no one will ever read the official SEC appeal in Ripple's lawsuit because it doesn't matter to anyone. But to an extent, I agree. I think with Trump coming in power, with Paul Atkins taking over, I don't think they see a need to be so aggressive in crypto regulations by enforcing them. I think everyone's come to terms that Biden and his administration and Gary Gensler had handled this completely wrong way, and they see the money-making opportunity. But again, fundamentally speaking, with respect, people are greedy. American government, people are greedy. Right now, we're in a very dire situation in the American economy with so much high debt, inflation going parabolic. They need some income, and crypto can provide that. They can tokenize debt as well. I think that's why you'll see a lot of projects that, you'll definitely see regulators coming into play that will definitely make things safer, fundamentally speaking, or at least it will allow crypto to be adopted as opposed, because it will definitely cause a bit of backlash. There always will be some backlash, but it will, instead of it being a straight up a wall against crypto, it will now bring put a door there so at least some projects be able to get through. And I think Kaspa, being a firm proof of work commodity like Bitcoin, it will be one to get through as well. That could very much help with the adoption going forward as well. But a lot of the lawsuits, so you've got XRP's lawsuit, you've got Coinbase's lawsuit with the SEC, you've got I think Ethereum's lawsuit got dropped, but I can't attest to that one completely, but I think the lawsuit got dropped. But you've got loads of lawsuits. Solana's got a lawsuit as well. I think all of them are likely to get dropped very, very soon with the new SEC. And we're seeing developments right now coming already in anticipation for Trump's inauguration. Coinbase has launched Bitcoin loans for users. That's why Bitcoin valued to 104k. Coinbase endorsed his creation of a US government strategic Bitcoin reserve. Again, very, very big news. Crypto.com has received in-principle approval for a MiCA license, making it the first global exchange to operate across the European Union under a unified regulatory framework. So we're seeing regulations now actually taking precedent and taking part in this new crypto, or soon to be new crypto ecosystem, where regulations are a determining factor. Exchanges that don't have regulatory clarity will probably, struggle. Not necessarily immediately, but they'll start to struggle. Because again, you're going to start seeing the TradeFi sector blend with this DeFi sector. And therefore you'll see a lot of these so-called quote-unquote boomers, the older generation, who want to just trust a regulatory framework, starting to jump on board to the crypto exchanges as well, but only ones that have regulatory clarity. So Crypto.com, therefore, has got a lot of favour right now, being the first global exchange to be operating under MiCA in Europe. And I'm sure you'll see them under the new US regulatory standard as well when they are enforced, arguably and believed by day one. So in 2 days, it's a belief you'll see a lot of laws and regulations come out straight away. We'll have to wait and see. If that does happen, I think you'll see crypto rally more. So if it doesn't happen, you might see a bit of a fall off as people are now, who are in anticipation for regulations coming through immediately, aren't coming to fruition. Again, we'll have to wait and see. It seems to be a lot of people will see it happen very, very soon. But we're seeing the sort of shift right now. It's happening already in this space as Trump's about to come into office. Gary Gensler wasn't even out of the building for 5 minutes, and the ETF industry unloaded a massive crypto filing frenzy. Half a dozen so far, 6 ETF filings in minutes after Gary Gensler officially announced his resignation. Because of course it's the weekend right now. He's leaving basically right now. And come Monday, Trump and Paul Atkins will be taking over. So yeah, a flurry of them in the last 30 minutes. You got DADS, so Oasis's Capital Digital Asset Debt Strategy ETF. Got many, many more. ProShares, for Solana Futures ETF. CoinShares, so formerly Valkyrie funds. You got some XRP ones as well down here from ProShares as well. So you're seeing a lot of ETFs coming out very, very quickly as Gary Gensler leaves, which is once more because people seemingly have a lot of belief and faith that Trump is just going to allow crypto to come forward. That's why, again, despite the negative price action that's happened on the whole market, it's also for me, in the immediate short term, not immediate short, but in the more like next few weeks to a month, is probably more bullish because it showcases that Trump's actually very, very into and bullish on crypto, and might also stay true to his policies and his beliefs and his agendas that he's going to launch crypto pro policies very quickly. Donald Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, has already stated the reign of terror against crypto is over and the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun. Again, Trump's meme coin is also a testament to this statement. Again, one, heavily still, 80% on one wallet is terrible. It is also, in a more wider viewpoint, just a bullish stance on his crypto ideology, his mindset on crypto. And that will have also play into other people's mindset as well. Chris Larson here, I'll play this video a little bit later on, but he talks ultimately about something fundamentally is happening here. That 2 out of the 3 of the adoption building blocks are now completed. And with Trump now coming into play, that could be the 3rd final piece to the puzzle, completing the crypto adoption and sending, therefore, crypto into a much higher frenzy. But I'll get into that video a little bit later on. I want to cover these few things real quickly as well. The RUSD is now recording 7 times more trading volume than PayPal stablecoin, which is a big deal. Why? Because it also highlights the importance of stablecoins, and of course Ripple's one is very, very important, it's very big. That's why they launched one. I don't think Capital will do the same thing straight off the get-go like Ripple's did, but I think it will potentially have the potential to be bigger. All these to catch a significant amount of the adoption of the market with stablecoins, because again, it's a fair launch proof of work. And stablecoins on running through Casper will be just that much better, because of course, if it's technology, it's layer 1 protocol, it will be very, very big. Stablecoin for Casper will be a very big deal, and that's in development right now. And this comes through from Ash Crypto as well, which is something I want to combine with this post here talking about smart contracts. So he says Vitalik Buterin and the Ethereum Foundation, everything here, Solana, XRP3, Bitcoin, and XLM pumped 5 to 7%. Even Trump's meme coin pumped as well. And every time Ethereum pumped 5%, the foundation starts selling Ethereum. Now, should this be the case? I mean, I think Cardano's rubbish. I think Ethereum is pretty rubbish as well. They're just big caps, right? And I think with Ethereum, with what it's actually built, I think it's just not strong enough. The reason why Ethereum's number 2 is because it's the creator of smart contracts. When you find something that's actually better than Ethereum, which there's quite a few out there right now, but Casper, of course, for me, is one that is going to be guaranteed better than Ethereum. Ethereum may become obsolete at some point. So here's a post talking about Ethereum layer 2s are about to hit a brick wall. 50% of all blob space are already consumed by just 2 chains, and at current growth rates, we're only months away from everything breaking. That is not good news, but Kaspa, scaling smart contracts, could be a solution to, well, not a solution to Ethereum, but it could definitely take the liquidity, if you will. Kaspa was launched when Ethereum switched to proof of stake. Kaspa is building smart contracts because it can scale smart contracts without compromising security or decentralization. It doesn't need an L2 operator to be able to handle that stuff. It can still stay decentralized and still be a layer 1. So people would think Ethereum is too big to fail or drop its irrelevant. Drop to irrelevance. Again, and I agree with that much. That's what I just stated. I think Ethereum, while it's so big in the creation of smart contracts, if the technology behind it is just so bad, when people really realize that, and with institutional adoption coming through right now, people are realizing that. Again, Roy O'Neill of the KRI has already confirmed when he spoke to a massive financial institution managing $40 trillion of assets a year. Should you switch to Kaspa from Ethereum, you save tens of millions of dollars a year. He said that in an interview in a roundtable. Roy O'Neill here. So there's already a lot of institutions who are getting involved in the space who've been managing on Ethereum right now because it's the biggest chain, and that's why Ethereum volume is also so high. But they know that Ethereum actually is just terrible. You'll see a lot, I'm sure, switch to the XRP's ledger. You'll see some go to Solana potentially as well. Some other chains as well. I imagine HBAR might be a big one as well. But I think with the adoption of what Kaspa's building with smart contracts coming through, you'll see in due time some switch to Kaspa as well. It'll gradually lose market share to competitors, Kaspa of course being one of them, or will gradually lose market share to layer 1s that do better like Kaspa. Sooner the Sparkle comes, Project Sparkle, the better it is for this whole space, but of course for us early Kaspa holders. Again, Kaspa only at 14 cents right now. It is definitely undervalued, and that's why, despite the corrections in price, despite the long year of just waiting patiently, frustratingly, arguably at times, my conviction with Kaspa has never wavered. All I've done in this space is continue to DCA more so into it, look into other sectors to build my understanding of the space, of course, which I've, regarding also economic factors as well, that also helps build my understanding of where the market could potentially move and certain triggers. And also then look into other elements of investing, like what I talk about in the executive page with the memes, to cycle those profits I've made into my holdings like Kaspa. Because Kaspa, what they're building, again, fundamentally for me, is just too good to ignore. Again, that's my own personal belief, not financial advice. Research Kaspa. Just research Kaspa. Do your own research. Or if you want to find some stuff about Kaspa, have a kind of a network, a place where you can kind of look into stuff Kaspa quite easily. Again, that's why I made a free Discord community in August, a while back now. We're in this community right now. We talk about everything from memes to AI to just general rubbish. Mr. Mars loves to make a joke here and there about me being British, but also we do talk about Kaspa, obviously predominantly Kaspa, and talking about the price and the developments happening and what this could mean, what that could mean. Debates, intellectual discussions. That's what this community is about. So you can come join for free, see what it's about. If you enjoy, like what you see, you want to learn more, maximize the benefits from the whole crypto sector or more of the crypto sector, and that's when you want to maximize more, then by all means come check out the executive page here, where we do much more and provide a lot more regarding insider information, first-hand information, trades, you name it. There's a lot more coming, and even though this is definitely causing negative price action in the short time frame, on the daily, in the long term, I think this does actually have a more positive outlook for the crypto space. I really hope it does. So I'll play this video in a moment and come back full circle, but let's get into the question real quickly as well. Can Trumpy get changed for charged for market manipulation if he sells his bag? I mean, because there's not much liquidity, I don't even know if he can sell his whole bag. That's the thing. One wallet owns 80%, 10% into the public, 10% into liquidity. I don't think he could sell his whole bag even if he tried. So I don't really know. I think Trump launching a meme likely has some legal concerns, but we'll see. Potentially. But if he's the president, then I mean, damn. How are you going to tell the president you're doing something illegal? NFTs are one thing, but an entire meme coin, that's different. I agree. Yeah, it's a grey area is all I can really say. It is a grey area. Look at what happened to Hoctor. Oh yeah, that's a perfect example actually. Hoctor, those who probably know, I think her name was Hailey Davis, if I'm correct. Hailey Davis, the girl that did the Hoctor meme, literally said Hoctor once in an interview, made a podcast on it, got famous, made millions or however much she made. And then she decided to, you know what? my podcast is dying. What am I going to do? Turn to OnlyFans? Nah, I'm going to make a meme and rug the whole community. And she got a lawsuit filed against her, as she should have done. But that's the whole premise again. She was a celebrity. She was a very relatively well-known figure. Hence why she was able to make a token that pumped massively. And in hours, 2 hours after launch, it literally rugged to nothing. Whether it was her fault or the people she was working with who did it, I don't know the full story. I don't personally care. I didn't get into it. I saw that meme when it was announced. I was like, that is something I want to state. I'm not going to touch up a 10-foot pole, a 20-foot pole. That thing has got COVID. I'm not going near that thing. You know, like not touching Huck to a coin. If you make a bag of that, fine. I was just never going to go near that. And the same thing is here with Trump. Despite it being Trump, despite the potential to rise higher, it's, you know what I mean? I'm saying it and I'm not saying it, but I think you know what I mean. Like, it's just one of them ones, right? I'm one of the picks that we spoke about in the community here, in the executive page, was a Trump coin before, about a week ago we spoke about it. We made like a 2x on that one, and then we started talking about potentially seeing it run higher, but taking out your initials, which we did. And yeah, that's come down now as a result, understandably, but again, there was profit to be made from that. Although I don't know, again, this is such a weird predicament. I just don't know what to think about it. I don't like it, but I also can see the benefits behind it as well. Yeah, game is game. We must make for better days. 100% Magnus. Game is game, but I still see more green hills on the horizon for us. I don't know if you talked about it, but Kaspa's got listed on Kraken. Yes, my man, I have spoke about it already. Kraken listing happened for Kaspa back here on the 17th of November, to my knowledge. This candle right here was the listing day. So the announcement happened down here on the 14th, and then it got listed here on the 18th, I believe, or 17th or 18th. Or maybe might have even been the 19th, to be told, actually. But you saw the announcement come down here on the 14th. That's why you saw Kaspa pump down here about 30-40% in that time frame. Right now it's got a USD pair. Not got a stablecoin pair yet, unfortunately, just yet. But maybe you'll see that change in due time. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, Kaspa's got, buy a bit, get Kraken, KuCoin, Mexi, Gate, Bing, X, Bitmart, LBAG, XT, a few more. And I do believe with the constant leaks and FOMO and whatnot that we'll see Binance happening hopefully quite soon. There's a belief due to some deep digging Morse code conspiracy that we could potentially see a listing tomorrow. This post here. You find the post here, flip it upside down, it spells out QJ19, so January 19th listing. I think that's a bit much. But the reason why, I made a video on it actually, not that long ago. I made a video a couple days back, 3 days back, talking about it. And the reason why I didn't completely discredit that belief is because with Trump's inauguration being so close, you could potentially see a lot of volume flood into the market. And if there's a lot of volume and FOMO leading up to Trump's inauguration, that could be a catalyst for Kaspa volume to go higher and therefore Binance to list ahead of his inauguration. That's why I didn't discredit the belief on that, not because of the Morse code, although it's funny to, I guess, speculate. For me, I think if there's a good possibility, it'll be in between the 27th of January to the 10th of February, which is when the distribution from the mining pool goes out to the winners. I think that's the best theory we have right now for when listing can happen. If not, it'll be sometime after 10 BPS, I reckon. I think that's, again, that's the most logical thing. We'll have to just wait and see, though. We don't know for sure. We can speculate. Fundamentally, though, for me, Binance is coming to Kaspa. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Trump is for Trump. He has never cared about another human being. That being said, I'm glad a Republican broke the Democrat stupidity concerning crypto and got rid of Gensler. Again, there are definitely people, I've got relatives of mine who absolutely despise Trump. Like, just don't like him. And I get it. I have always stated throughout the beginning of my streams that I tried to remain, even during the whole election debacle between Kamala Harris and Trump, I remained relatively neutral. It looked like I was siding more with Trump, but the reason why I was siding more with Trump is because he was talking more about crypto, and we're in this space to make money from crypto. Kamala Harris had very little crypto viewpoints, and one of her announcements was about making Gary Gensler the US Treasury Secretary, and I'm like, that's terrible for crypto. I don't want that. Of course, I'm not American, I didn't vote. And I don't know, I'm not going to disclose who I would have voted for. I don't know who I would have voted for. I didn't like either of them, if I'm honest. I don't like voting. You know, obviously I have to vote. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to get into too much political talk, but I mean, yeah, people don't like Trump. I get that. People don't like Kamala Harris. Equally, I get both arguments. The reason why I'm not, Trump is probably in it. Trump in it to make money. If he does, again, I wouldn't be too surprised. But his pro-crypto agendas, a lot of his rules he wants to implement apparently day one, so in just 2 days' time. Should that be the case, that could be a very, very good thing for this whole space coming through very, very soon. We have to wait and see, ultimately. We've been on track for quite some time now, yeah. Trump is destroying the market with his meme coin. Kaspa fam, stay strong. I buy another 20k Kaspa. Big up to you, my man. Love to hear it. Yeah, right now Trump is definitely doing a funny thing in the crypto market, launching a meme and causing projects to dump. But hey, it just gives me better entry prices for Kaspa again. I'm not complaining. And as Buffalo 3 says here, I always forget, 91 people watching right now. Big up to you all in the family right now. Big up to you all. If you enjoy the stream, be doing these streams daily, 170 days almost in a row. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. A lot more is coming to the space despite the current market corrections with Trump, what he's doing right now with his meme coin launch. Despite, you know, all this sort of stuff, the market is still preparing for a lot more adoption with ETFs coming out in full force very quickly. Crypto.com getting regulatory approval in Europe. Coinbase going crazy with, you know, giving more Bitcoin options. You'll see more ETFs coming out very, very soon. You'll see a lot more adoption coming out as well. And Kaspa, again, while its price is struggling, still burning a lot right now. The CMF just got completely filled their goal in 24 hours, which is very big. And we've got more institutional adoption coming through. There's more to come for Kaspa. I'm not worried in the slightest. So yes, leave a like if you support Kaspa. Many people will go to Trump coin to whale sell. People will return to coins fundamentals. Yeah, but at the same time, whale sell, like 80% holds most of it. Of course, you've got whales who have 2% and 2.3%, but like the whales hold, like one wallet holds 80%. Of course, there'll be bigger holders than other ones than the whales who will sell. But I mean, yeah, again, this is, for me, it's short-term noise. You know, this might go higher. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But it's short-term noise. Fundamentally speaking, the money will sucker back into crypto projects again, like Kaspa. Kaspa's held strong for over a year. It's not going to fail because Trump launches a meme coin. It's just not going to happen. My personal belief, again, not financial advice. I have to discredit that. I'm here to make money, but I will be more proud to have invested in Kaspa than a meme. Kaspa, there's several cycles. A meme. I mean, yeah, I do agree with you as well, Didi. I mean, again, I do agree with you. I'll be more happy when I make money through Kaspa as well, because for me, it's a conviction hold from research that I've done that I've had belief the whole time about. So I will be happy with making money from Kaspa, but at the same time, I do also take the pride of doing the trading through other projects, whether it be through other alts, whether it be through memes, and every project, all the profit that I make, majority of that to cycle back into Kaspa because of my conviction in the project. And that'll just make that bag just better for me. Kaspa ain't do anything just by turbo. What's up, Zar? Welcome back to Stream Man. You're doing very, very well. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Do you think that it's true about Kaspa and CZ? Can you clarify what it is regarding Kaspa and CZ that you're talking about? Poopy Kaspa. Yep, Zar's back. Yeah, Zar returns. You know what I mean? The man, the myth, the legend, back here to fade Kaspa. I look forward to your chats, Zar. I really, really do. XRP is better than Kaspa. I mean, it's done better price action wise after being down for so long, and it has a lot more dodge. I mean, on you know, face value. I mean, yeah, XRP is number 3. Kaspa's like number 42. So yeah, face value, I guess. But if you're looking in depth into developments and protocols and, you know, infrastructure, there's a debate to be had there. For me, Kaspa's better, but again, everyone touches their own belief. Kaspa is just an investment. Trump coin is a joke and a rock. But potentially it is. Potentially it is. Again, with no... It doesn't seem good on paper when you see one wallet holding 80%, definitely. But potentially it's a rug pull. But yeah, I mean, Kaspa, for me, Kaspa is a more sound investment. That's why I'm not going to Trump. Kaz is as confusing as the writing. Kaz Is that meant to be Kaspa or is that actually meant to be Kas? Because I'm not sure what Kas is. Maybe I've just misunderstood that. Have I missed questions? Oh, I haven't. Wow. Mr. Mark's going to start chatting rubbish again in a second. Pay off some America with debt with it. I mean, yeah, that again, if he does that, that would be good. But it just depends on what he does. Imagine the sell-off on Monday. Yeah, that could be crazy. I agree. Prices for Binance testing will drop a lot. As in the pricing for Binance testing for Trump coin, potentially. I mean, typically speaking, big listings, exchanges like that will cause the price to rally up higher and higher based on the FOMO, and it'll be the buy the news, sell the event. So when they actually get listed, it'll probably be a sell-off. We'll have to wait and see, of course. He's talking about Kaspa. You might see a similar thing. You saw it happen with Kraken to an extent. You saw the listing happen here. You saw a sell-off, hold here at 15 cents and then go up again before obviously turning back down again. I think for Binance, you might see a sell the event type thing. But again, as Cathy Wood stated, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Institutionally important person says longer the base, bigger the breakout. Kaspa had a long base for over a year. So should Binance testing happen and Binance therefore cause the Kaspa to break above 23 cents, that might just be a sell the event, but it only comes down a small amount and then just goes back up again to match to the hash rate, which did not match the hash rate in God knows how long. In accordance to Kaspalytics here, if you look at the hash rate, it should be in and around 24, 25 cents at the bare minimum. Power law here also indicates 24 cents at the minimum. So we'll have to wait and see. Trump coin drain crypto. Yeah, it looks like that right now. It does look like that right now. In Europe, we'll face even more regulatory pressure following Trump actions. I mean, you'll see regulations have benefits and negatives for crypto and all, because it will bring more. The regulations will allow institutions to get involved into crypto, but they will also definitely cause more issues for us investors. There definitely will be some complications, I imagine. And you might see some projects that also aren't compliant with regulations to struggle getting the adoption. So it's going to be, I think regulations fundamentally at the base, I think regulations are good to bring more money into the space and to let the space really mature, but it will be a sort of double-edged sword at the same time. But all we can do as investors is to keep researching and help navigate and keep researching to help us navigate the market and the upcoming regulatory trends and how it's going to help crypto and how to avoid the being caught in the crossfire, which is stuff that we talk about and we'll be talking about a little bit more in the fee community and stuff that we'll be talking about ahead of time in the executive page. So again, if you want to learn more, come join. 7-day free trial going on right now, amongst many other benefits that we provide in there. And that's ultimately the whole premise of making this, is not just to provide more to the community that we're already providing in regards to the free community, which has already been very, very good. Everyone had a lot of positive feedback as a result of that. It's also to help people get ahead of the game and provide even more so. So if you want to go check it out again, free trial, link in the chat description, also on my homepage. Trump coin, after the inauguration of Trump, crypto will become USA's 13th sector. Trump fills Trump coin with funds, then pumps Kaspa because dilemma solved. Thoughts? That is a interesting theory. I'm here for it. Probably not going to happen, but I like the theory. Anyone noticing any hidden code on the Trump token logo, hinting at a possible Kaspa Binance listing? Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, those lines look like heartbeat sensor, and I'm pretty sure if you look at the heartbeat, if you're doing Morse code, it's like beep beep, line beep. So yeah, I think that must spell out Kaspa, right, on Binance, right? That's what I see. It's just so obvious right there. Must be. Even the slightest Kaspa uptrend be smacked down. Wealth Ranger back with the negative Kaspa viewpoint. Welcome, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. I mean, yeah, it's not Kaspa though. It's crypto's downtrend. That's one. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that's one of the most common negative viewpoints when it comes to Kaspa. When people are slanting Kaspa when it does boost bad on the daily time frame. But they don't take into account half the time, or at least they refuse to take into account that Kaspa's correcting right now. While, crashing 10% down bad, I'm not going to disagree with that much. Crypto is correcting. Besides Sui, everything's down. Scala's down to like Myria's down 15, GFL down 15, Naka 14, C 8, XRB 2, Ethereum 5%. Like, Kaspa had a slight uptrend in a smackdown. Yes, I agree, but it's not Kaspa smackdown. It's crypto smackdown because of Trump. If it was just Kaspa down, then yeah, that's a fair enough comment to make. Otherwise, it's I think it's a slight bias comment. Personally, again, I'm not trying to be anal about it. If I even can say that on YouTube, I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, to be honest. Oh well. It's so disgusting. Trump is so greedy. Yep, trying to capitalise on his followers. There's a lot of them there. Criminal grafter in chief. Very disappointed. Shame on him. Potentially. Again, I agree there's definitely a lot of negativity surrounding this. And I see both sides of things. In regard to, I'm trying to remain neutral in it. I think it does have a lot of negative viewpoints on him. But it depends on how he acts. If he does what John Deaton says here, all, negativity aside, I think it's done a good thing. I think it brings more adoption to crypto as well. And considering that all the laws are about to come through as well, potentially, I think it does do a lot of good things for crypto. But at the same time, it could also just be a way to get everyone to lose more money. So, yeah, I'm not getting involved in Trump. I refuse. If it goes up to 50 billion from here and it's a potential 10x, so be it. I'm not going to take the risk of an 80% wallet holding one wallet holding 80% supply is just ridiculous. You and Crypto, I would let put a baby in me. Well, I appreciate that, Zar. I really, really do. But I'm good for now. I can't say that either on YouTube. Okay, well, I won't say that anymore. I'm sure it's okay. I don't think my channel's big enough. I pray and hope. Listings in the period tech does not play big roles. Hype does. Fartcoin. There's an element of truth in that. Hype does, but big listings and superior tech does also play into hype. So again, there's an element of truth in that. But saying that listings does nothing to a project is also factually incorrect, because that was Bybit and hype. Sorry, can't see my screen. This back here was Bybit listing, which caused hype. So again, there's an element of truth in that, but that's not the whole truth. I didn't buy the Trump token mainly because it was Trump without even bothering to check it, and it had pumped. I mean, again, I'm not too surprised. Truthfully, I'm not. Like, it's one of them ones, right? Okay, so Mr. Martin, see that post. I'm seeing those two things now. So you're so amazing, and we love you very much. I agree. I really, really do. Although crypto is not political, the Israeli origin may be a factor in adoption. I agree. Crypto is political, though. Despite people saying crypto is not political, it is. The fact that crypto has become the fact that you're seeing, the creation of US government treated Bitcoin reserves and altcoin reserves from Trump is becoming a political factor. The crypto is political. That's why I remember doing streams a while back, early on, and people kept saying stop covering the elections. And I'm like, I would, but the elections affect the market. If Kamala won, the market would have corrected more, because Kamala's not really pro-crypto. With Trump winning, you saw Bitcoin soar from 68, 70k to 108k. Because it's Trump, and he's pro-crypto. So crypto has now become a political issue. And I do agree, Kaspa, while being decentralized, fair launch, therefore it's not an Israeli coin, there will be people who deem it, and even now we're still talking about people who still deem Kaspa as an Israeli coin because the founders are from Israel. It's not. But people will still consider that much, and that could play a factor in adoption. But all in all, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, because again, you're seeing institutions like DWF who are now partnering with Kaspa. You're seeing more negotiations happening right now. Again, information that I've already leaked and showcased in my community. Look, big name market maker for Kaspa with DWF, and we're in negotiation with another one. You also have the KRI as well. So while I do agree with part of the statement, again, there's a bigger outlet to have on that. There's a theory being floated that CZ is a secret Kaspa whale that is caught in interest. Maxi root. What Elon Musk did for Dogecoin, he will do for Kaspa. Interesting. Bitcoin has Michael Saylor, has CZ. Well, I'm seeing these posts here. I'm intrigued to find if he is, but I mean, again, I've seen some form of beliefs, if you will. Again, the last post that CZ made was talking about, you know, have you ever asked yourself, what if I had? I thought, what if I had found Bitcoin early, done more research, held through the FUD, all that sort of stuff. For me, that was him leaking that he's found the next Bitcoin, and I think that is potentially hinting at Kaspa. So I wouldn't be too surprised to hear that he is a secret Kaspa whale, but I'm not going to confirm or deny that, because again, as you mentioned here, there's no real proof of such. But yeah, thank you very much for posting that in the content Discord channel, so we can talk about that a little bit. I might talk about it a bit more in a later stream. It might be a topic of stream, but I mean, yeah, it's one of them ones. CC's never mentioned Kaspa by name, but we can speculate. Of course we can speculate. Here we go, some chick crying about trading memes. Let adults be adults. I mean, again, there's no hate to anybody who trades meme. Again, wherever you get into in the space is completely up to you. You can trade at your own discretion, do your own research. You know, this market is never going to be safe. Like it's always an element of risk in trading and investing. All you can do is research more and take responsibility for every trade you do. That's why, again, it's just a case of being careful. Memes are much more risky. Much more risky. So, of course, there's an element of risk with memes. But again, those who were first watching me when I started streaming back in August, I said I hated memes. And I still don't have a big fan. I'm not a big fan of memes. But I do see the benefit one can get from memes, which is, again, just making potentially quick profit. Again, there's always a risk. And I understand the risk when I'm doing this, and I'm looking into projects that I think have lesser risk. Like MRG here, got into that one, made a 6x from that. And I took out, still got bag in that, a decent bag in that, because I think it's going to go higher. I'll probably buy more at these bottoms down here. But I've taken some bags out of that. Not much. I took my initials out. And I'm going to keep holding it. But the profit I make from that, I'm going to put it back into Kaspa. Greetings, Don Carlos from Welcome back to the stream. Greetings from Madrid. Hola, mi amigos. I think that Trump is going to paint the White House into the Kaspa color and then change his name to Kaspa. My price target is about 1,200 USD per coin. That would be insane. God, the FOMO from Kaspa would be insane if that happened. Lambo's cancelled? No, not necessarily. Lambo's halted. They're in the construction shop right now. They put in the wrong engine. They've got to put a different engine back in. It's still here, my man. It's still coming in due time. But anyways, that being said, thank you all once more for watching today's stream. Ultimately, Trump launching a meme is it's a win-loss for the community. It's causing very negative price action on the daily time frame, but I'm not ultimately too worried about it. At least not yet. Not yet. I'm hoping. I'm optimistic. We can see some big things coming from that. Kaspa's still doing a lot, you know, doing some big things still. And hopefully we see this negotiation come through soon. So we'll see another market maker and exchange come to Kaspa very, very soon. So I'm still holding strong in my belief. Community still looking very strong for crypto all in all. ETFs still coming through in full force. And with Trump's inauguration now being only 2 days away, there'll be many, many more opportunities to come in this space, which we'll be talking about a lot more in my community. The free Discord server equally in the executive Watt page as well. 7-day free trial going on right now. Go check it out. Thank you all once more for watching. If you enjoyed today's stream, as always, leave a like. Been doing it 170 days in a row. Share with your friends and subscribe for more. And yeah, have a great day, good evening, and good night. From a business standpoint, personally, I feel much better holding a good project on the red days and chasing hype and buying something that's solely reliant on hype. I agree with you, Cube. I really do. That's again, while I do a bit of both, trying to maximize as much as I can from the market, I feel happier still holding Kaspa even during the red days, because for me, I have more conviction in this project than I do in anything else. Thank you all once more for watching. Have a great day, good evening, good night. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be at usual time, which is normally about 8 PM UTC, but I'll make an announcement again in the community for Discord server again. Both links to the executive Watt page and the free community are in the chat. Go check it out. Have a great day, good evening, good night. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.